What's up, guys? Daily here for Gamers Platoon, bringing you another episode of the Armory. Today we have Dragon Age 2. Don't get excited because it's not that good. It's worth a buy if you like Dragon Age Origins, the first Dragon Age. And that's really about it. Dragon Age Origins was awesome. I really enjoyed that. It was fun. But Dragon Age 2, man, it's not so different. We're going to talk about some of the bad stuff in here, some of the good stuff. It is definitely worth a pickup if you want to, advance your Dragon Age story from Dragon Age Origins. That's the only reason I picked it up, and also, to do this review on it. Unfortunately, they took a step back as far as the Dragon Age series is concerned with this game. But it does have redeeming qualities, so make sure you check out the rest of the review, and we'll see you guys when we hop in game. One notable thing to mention before we hop in game is it has downloadable content that you can purchase through the browser. Apologize about that. I'm sure it doesn't record my desktop, but yeah, when you click that button there, it will take you out to the desktop and give you some DLC to get with new weapons, new armor that kind of make it a little bit better. Unfortunately, you will have to pay for it, but it is there and it is an option to enhance the game a bit. So we're hopping in game now, and we'll see you guys there. Alright, guys, here we are in game, Dragon Age 2. As we just talked about, we're going to check out some of the gameplay. This is one of the beginning cutscenes. I don't want to give away too much if anybody's watching this and actually wants to play it, because it's a story-driven game. This is the same on all ends, so I won't give anything away by the fights here. So let's check out some of the combat. It has the auto attacks in here, but it's all free roam. I'm running around here and controlling this nonsense. But when I click on somebody to attack, it's auto-attacking. I'm not actually doing that myself. But I control all my skills. Here I'll use a skill to chop those guys up. Pretty gory. Body's not staying. That's something that I didn't like about this game. I was very frustrated the way the enemies kind of just appear out of nowhere in the game. The game is still kind of fun, though. Don't get me wrong. I still have a lot of fun with the hack and slash. Just you'll notice during fights, even just your regular fights, when you're fighting just your trash mobs, they just kind of appear out of nowhere, jump out of places where they just shouldn't come out of, and it was frustrating to see that when Dragon Age 1 or Dragon Age Origins, depending on whatever you were talking about, was so good. And it was, all the enemies were there in screen before you fought them and that kind of stuff. So it was weird to see the kind of transition. You'll see here, you have different options for dialogue. You have your good dialogue, your bad dialogue, and then your funny dialogue. And it kind of affects your character as far as like the choices that you make in the game and stuff like that. You can think of this as a Mass Effect with no space guns.
Here they come.
So we're gonna get in here to the next fight, and I will come here and let this bitch kill him. And then we will go in here and do some more work and show you a little bit more of the combat with some of the other abilities that you have. You see now I have more abilities on my bar. I can use those abilities, but it uses my stamina, which regenerates over time. You can get stamina potions and things like that to combat this kind of thing. But that's what the game is based on, is a stamina system. And really, it can be kind of frustrating when you're trying to, fight big groups like this early in game, and you're constantly running out of stamina, and the enemies just keep appearing out of nowhere. So we're gonna break for just a second, and then we'll come back when we have some of the cutscenes. All right, so here we have one of the cutscenes in the game. You'll see that during the cutscenes, they're not as flashy as some cutscenes. It's kind of, just I don't really know. It's hard to really explain this game to you guys. It's very simple yet oddly frustrating, and You know, I can't really say that this game was a 100% success for me. I mean, it's a good game as far as something to play if you're into the Dragon Age story, and to me it just doesn't feel the same as Dragon Age 1, but you know, there it is. You know, it is what it is, I guess. Alright, so here we are in the character customization screen for Dragon Age 2. You got some presets to do here, just like some of your normal games. You do have also an editor to where you can you know, change up how you'll look, or you can pick the preset depending on, you know, what you want. It's got all types of customization, and you really need to do this because you're going to be looking at your character's face a lot, and that's pretty much, you know, all that you can look at. You have your portrait, which is the thing up here. You can change how it looks. Not really a feature that I thought was very cool. I don't really look at the portrait very much. I don't know. Then you have your customizable name, which they don't use in the game, so really that's just for aesthetic purposes. Then you have the Events of Dragon Age Origins, which is the first Dragon Age. You can select which one you want, or you can load up your previous save if you played Origins, and from there you can start the game and you'll hop right in, and it'll pick up right where you left off on that opening cutscene that we looked at. Alright, so different than Dragon Age Origins is this whole system for leveling up an inventory. You hit escape, which takes you to the paused menu. Then you have your character, which you can assign attributes, kind of like in Origins. You also have the abilities tab, which is sectioned off into different types of things. Now I kind of want to compare this to like World of Warcraft or something like that, but it's kind of weird. You pick one and then you can level it up based on, you know, the web there. Once you level one up all the way, you get some kind of special ability. You have the tactics menu, which was in Origin as well. This is actually a pretty cool feature that I wish some more of these RPG games had, and basically it lets you choose how your AI are going to react and what they're going to do in certain situations. You'll see that if the enemy health is equal to 75% or lower, then he's going to use this particular attack, and I thought that was pretty cool. And you can customize this all up and down as much as you want. You can change their behavior. You can change, you know, the preset of the skills, or you can customize your own, as I mentioned. Then you have your resistances, which is something that should probably be in your attributes tab, but it's not. And maybe just to save space, I don't know. That's what that is. Then you have your map, which is your 2D scrolling map here, where you can pivot the map up and down and check out the different types of things that are around you via the legend on the left hand side there. You can toggle that on and off to make it, I don't know why, you just can. Then you have your inventory, severely reduced from Origin. You can only change your outfit as a whole. You don't have the ability to change your individual, like boots and gloves and stuff like that anymore. So you can only use certain items based on, you know, what kind of person you are. As far as like a warrior or a rogue or a mage, those are the only 3 classes in the game. Then you have your other items and your junk items, which are, it's a good feature to have to kind of separate, but it just didn't make sense to me that the way that they did the inventory system here. The weapons are not very cool. The stats are hard to understand. 5 physical damage, 8 per second. I'm not sure, you know, how that kind of translates. Maybe that has to do with attack speed. They don't explain it. Then you know,
user joined your channel.
That kind of plays into effect with, you know, how the game plays out. Nothing was really super explained to you. And last but not least, we have the journal. Something not quite new, not quite old kind of thing. This is a revamped journal system. It's pretty good at, you know, telling you what quests you have and what quests are on your main plot, so that you don't accidentally complete quests that are going to advance the story if you don't want to. So that's pretty cool, and yeah, so that's all it for the menu system. You've seen some of the combat. You've seen a little bit of the dialogue, and that's really all this game has to offer is some dialogue options and some different quests. They're all linear quests. I call it a linear sandbox. It gives you a big world to explore, and by big, I don't mean big at all. It's actually quite small, but they give you a world to explore, and when you find something that you want to do, you go into a linear mission, complete the mission, go back to the sandbox, and that's how the game operates. So, Dragon Age Origins, Dragon Age 2, probably not going to recommend it. But if you do like Dragon Age Origins, then you absolutely have to play it to advance your story and kind of figure out the rest of the plots maybe for Dragon Age 3 when it comes out. So, for Daily and Gamers Platoon, see you guys next time.